Hello everybody, this is Maniac4Bricks, and I'm here today with set number 31084, the Pirate Roller Coaster from LEGO Creator. This has ages 9 to 14, has 923 pieces, it was released in 2018, and originally retailed for $100 in the United States. Now, personally, I got 2 copies of this set, one to hand out to my friend Sega on YouTube, and also one for myself, but I got to pay about $70 for each of them. If you missed that haul video, you can check the card or the link in the description below. For right now, I'm going to do an unboxing on this set, because this is the largest LEGO Creator set I have ever owned in the entirety of LEGO Creator's line. 923 pieces is a lot to sort through in unnumbered bags, because this is a 3-in-1 set, and LEGO Creator sets often don't have numbered bags. So, I'm going to first weigh this thing because it feels heavy, and I just want to get a number behind it, just to give you an idea of how this thing goes. I currently have a small weight here that should be able to hold this, so let me just set it to 0. And I put the box on top of it. Wow. 4 pounds and 4 ounces. That's insane. Yeah, this is definitely one of the largest sets I have ever owned, period, if I remember correctly. I don't often have sets that are near the 1,000 piece mark, so this is something to behold. Now what I'm going to do is unbox the set so I can sort out all the pieces, and before doing the live stream with Sega this Saturday at 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that'll be a lot easier to actually go straight into building after the live stream starts. Won't have to worry about doing a bunch of this in advance. Or won't have to worry about doing a bunch of this while we're waiting for the live stream to begin. Alright, let's see what 923 pieces looks like in here. Wow. That's crazy. Alright, so from what I'm seeing in here, we have some softer bags with some larger parts inside. Nothing in here is loose, which is a good thing, so that way, all the parts are there, especially for roller coaster parts and larger plates. There's also another bag around here that has some more roller coaster parts and some larger 8x8 plates, and it's a pretty small assembly of roller coaster parts in general, but it's still enough to make a loop, so I'm happy for that. We have tons of other bags with various pieces inside of them. Some of them have smaller bags, some of them have minifigure parts. It's kind of a mishmash, and you will have to open all of these in order to build any one of the 3 models. Even if you weren't interested in building the roller coaster right away, and maybe wanted to build one of the other rides, you would still have to open all of these to get to the building. Well, this bag seems to make a lot of sense to me. This has a lot of the medium azure support pieces. Ah, there's a nice red crab in there. I haven't seen that one before. I think there's a skeleton head in here. There might be a skeleton minifig in the whole set, if I remember right. And the last bag here is one of the larger bags that has a brick separator, cannon, and other larger pieces. The good thing about this set is that the instructions are square bound. That means they're going to hold together a little bit better than your standard LEGO instructions. And it is actually surprising that it's one large booklet as opposed to the other LEGO Creator sets that often have 2 or 3 booklets for each of the models. It's also in its own packaging, which gives it a little bit more care and trying to keep it a little bit more intact than your average instructions. With that being said, my copy of them, as you can see, can still be wavy a little bit, not really cardboard backed to keep it completely flat. Now, pulling back from here, you can see I've done some more work around the table where I wiped away a lot of the other LEGO sets, at least for now, and I've added in some more base plates to make up some of the beach. I actually thought it might change over time, but I think for now this will work pretty nicely. I've also designated an area towards the back where the pirate roller coaster will be, and I'm going to play around with that on the live stream when it's motorized, just to be sure that the train doesn't interfere with that track. But otherwise, I think this is a pretty good setup, and if I wanted to add a little bit more tan base plates in there, I do have extras available. But for now, I thought, hey, this border in here might actually be a good idea for a retaining wall. Even though Studside Heights is roughly based on the Jersey Shore, this is borrowing an idea a little bit more south of that from Sandy Hook, where they have a large retaining wall that separates the beach from the roads and parking spaces and things like that. There would be staircases on both sides for patrons to go up and around the retaining wall, but it'll still be strong enough that it would withstand any natural disasters. Just playing around with the idea, I think that would be really characteristic if I did add that in there, and I do have a lot of staircases that I could easily put into this thing. The fact of it is just seeing if I have the right pieces. I would use a combination of, as you can see over here, some browns, grays, and there would be burps and lurps. I'll put it along there just to fill out the space a little bit more quickly. Now, when it comes to sorting the parts in the upcoming time-lapse for this video, I have one of two options in case things spill over. The first one here is a grab and go from Learning Express. I got it for a pretty good price, and there was a handful of Lego sets that were included with it that basically made the Lego sets free, so I thought might as well have that available. It does already have some preformed slots in it, so it'll keep pieces nice and sturdy. The other option I have here is something else I've had for a long time, that is the Iris Large Photo and Craft Keeper. I got this for about $10 because it was missing one of the boxes inside of here, but the boxes are still well contained and have a good amount of space, so that any of the larger plates and things could still be able to fit in there. I don't know how well it'll do in here, but we'll have to wait and see in the time-lapse coming up right now. As I was opening up each of these bags, I realized I should probably take out the pieces to build the minifigures first, so they don't get too lost. Well, there's still 2 or 3 of them still out there. The pants for one of the figures and the hat for the other one. But I will still have to go through and sort this a little bit more than just bag in each container. It was going to start overflowing, so now I'll have to move it over to the other one. So everything is taken out of the bags now. I've moved a lot of them into these boxes. There's still a few more that are still in here, but they'll all be sorted out into different element categories in just a bit. But for right now, I wanted to play around with the new roller coaster pieces. These are exciting for me, and to take a look at them compared to a base plate, a 32 by 32 base plate, it's actually pretty nice. A lot of the curved ones that you see here that work as sort of straightaways for this particular set are I think it's 16 across for each and every one of these pieces, because this is a 32 by 32 base plate. There's a little bit of overhang on each end of it, but it does cover about half of the base plate. And you can see how the curves work around, so if you did attach this to a base plate, it has a little bit of room on the end. Basically, if you take out a 4x4 of space, and then you line that up with the middle, that gives you an idea there. Or you can say, if you wanted to fit 2 of these along here, you would have 6 studs in between. Just to get a better idea for when I do mocks later on with these types of pieces. Not the ones from this particular set. Well, not this particular copy of the set, but a later copy, or, just getting the parts from Bricks and Pieces, because I do have a roller coaster mock I would love to build if I got the right track pieces all together. So I've actually decided that sitting on this side of the table would actually be a little bit more comfortable. It wouldn't be in the way of a lot of stuff. It would give me more room to actually build the model and do the modifications I need to when we motorize it. So I will see you soon with the live stream. Remember, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. If my computer stops being a butt, everything should go as planned. We'll see you next time with more LEGO videos, and there will be a follow-up video about this roller coaster.